On Monday, the committees were hard at work for the second day. Most delegates had been assigned homework from their committee presidents the night before, being tasked to write clauses to solve the problems assigned to their committees. However, the committees were given a helping hand in getting their resolutions up to scratch on Monday. Several experts from all walks of life were guests in the committee rooms, there to give important advice to the delegates on their topics. Felix Weiss showed up to the Economics and Monetary Affairs Committee with a surprise, a Bitcoin ATM. He explains his story of travelling across the world using only Bitcoin, as well as voicing his distrust of both corporations and governments, saying that he distrusts governments more than he distrusts corporations. Personally, I believe it's rather ironic that a man who seems to dislike governments so much agrees to talk to a group of Eurocentric youths who are part of a model version of a large trans-European government. He advocated for the use of cryptocurrencies due to a lack of backing, their use is a lot more transparent and available to their users. Also visiting today was Iris Depoulant, who was the resident expert in the Committee on Legal Affairs. Her visit included a rather interesting discussion regarding Articles 11 and 15, two copyright laws tasked with a crackdown on copyrighted materials on social media. Miss Depoulant used her knowledge as Commissioner to Copyrights at the Ministry of Economy here in Luxembourg to help the delegates understand more about what they will be discussing over the next week. In the Committee for Foreign Affairs and Human Rights, Madame Zinage, the Gender Equality Officer at the University of Luxembourg, offered her wisdom to the delegates. They discussed about the practicalities of gender equality in today's world and its effect on those oppressed. She used the example of crash dummies being of a predominantly male body model, which leads to a higher chance of a woman dying in a car crash. In the Committee on Foreign Affairs and Security, Dheeraj Sawarwal discussed the possibilities of an EU army, as well as the EU's interaction with the wider world, linking his experiences in Gaza, Iraq, Afghanistan, as well as other countries around the world. He touched on the EU's relationship with Russia following their annexation of the Crimea. Interestingly, he said how bureaucracy could be our best and worst friend. Finally, the Committee on Industry, Research and Energy got a visit from Claude Turmes, the Luxembourgish Minister for Energy and Spatial Planning. He talked to the committee about topics like Donald Trump, the negative effects of the complete conversion to renewable energy, and measures that the EU member states can take to secure further climate justice. He also touched on his past as a sports teacher before his career in the European Parliament and the Luxembourgish Parliament. All in all, the visits from experts thoroughly helped all the delegates form more informed and complex political opinions.